Welcome back to the AC Unit
Cock.
Welcome to the AC
Welcome
Unit
back.
cock.
Okay, good to know. I can't fucking speak English today. Welcome back to the AC Unit podcast. Oh my goodness, I'm Claudia.
I'm Alyssa.
And today we're talking about pet stories.
Yay!
From the cute ones to the horror of what can happen to your pet if you don't pay attention or know anything about that animal.
Yes. So in other words, children.
And
Children
dumb
in
parents.
charge of pets and dumb parents.
Parents, do your research before you actually, get a pet for your children. That's all I'm going to say.
Pure children. I know a lot of people
Because
buy
animals
pets
are
as
living
gifts.
beings.
Like on Easter, isn't there a statistic? A bunch of people buy bunnies, and then the bunnies are just abandoned.
Don't get me started! No, I hate
And then
that.
Christmas too.
No, yeah,
Christmas
they're
too.
like, we're gonna get a bunny for you, and then they're like, you know what? There's bunny rabbits outside in the wild. Let me just release them. You release them, they die. They don't know what the outside world is. Are you dumb?
Yeah, people don't understand.
I'm gonna get so heated. I'm just gonna move on. Literally use Google. You're not that stupid. Thank you.
Cats versus dogs.
Both.
Oh,
I love them both.
wow. I had assumed you would say cat.
I lean more towards cats because I love my kitty.
Mm-hmm.
But my first pet, my first pet was
Guide
between
us
a dog
through the
and
pets,
a
the
cat.
pets that you've had.
Oh, okay. Well, I've had dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So my first ever pet was a parakeet. I named him Spirit Bird.
Is that from Studio Ghibli or something?
No.
Oh,
It was from Spirit Horse.
from what? Spirit horse?
Girl, how are you a filmmaker and have never watched any film in your life?
You don't understand how much I get this comment every single day of my life.
I just don't get it.
I get this comment,
I
and I'm like,
literally
I
don't
don't
get it.
know. I don't know. It's just a thing.
Moving on.
I'm not Twinton Quarantino.
What? Why did you say it like that?
Because it's a meme.
Girl, I'm dyslexic. You can't do that.
You-
I was like, wait. I have to
That's how you
think.
actually say it. I've been saying it wrong all this time.
Anyway,
Okay, so you had a parakeet, and then
I had a parakeet, and then we also got another parakeet. So we had a parakeet friend. I named him
Cute.
Sky because he was blue like the sky.
Aw.
I kind of regret the Spirit Bird name
Why?
because it's so stupid.
I think it's cute.
I'm like,
How old were you when you got the bird?
probably like kindergarten.
Oh, you're fine.
Whatever.
That's
I
cute.
get made fun of by my family about it.
Well,
What don't they make fun of me
Yeah,
about? But anyways, I had a
that's what
pony.
family's for. Then you had a pony.
His name is Mr. Pony.
That's like every little girl's dream.
I know.
I want a pony.
And then he mysteriously ran away.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that what you're...
If I
your
confront
family
my
told you?
grandpa about it, he pretends he doesn't know anything. And then I keep nagging him about it, and he starts like, and I'm like, oh, you just don't want to tell
And
me.
he still will
And I
not tell
swear
you
to
to
God,
this day?
He will like die on that hill, and then I'll find out after he dies.
Tell him to write it somewhere on a piece of paper. Hide it.
I'm pretty sure he already written it down or something.
And then...
I'm
oh
pretty
my
sure he planned
gosh.
this a long time ago.
Oh my. I need to know.
I'm salty. He's like, he ran
What do
away.
you think? Do you have a theory as to what happened to your pony? What was the
I think
pony's
it just-
name?
I just said it, Mr. Pony.
Oh, Mr. I just said it, Mr. Pony. Hey, I can't say shit, so about animal names. So you keep going.
So, I think my grandpa sold him.
Oh,
We like to make jokes that we ate him in a stew, but we didn't.
oh my god.
We didn't eat him in a stew. We didn't.
Oh my gosh. Sold the meat to Taco Bell.
No.
I'm just kidding. I
Went
just
to the
said
glue farm.
Oh my gosh. I forgot about those jokes.
No, Mr. Pony ran away. I remember that day like it was yesterday. And the way I imagined it too, it was like a movie in my head.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, the pony ran away and he ran all the way down the street, blah, 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 and we couldn't find him.
Get smashed by a bus.
And I
No, I'm just
literally
kidding.
pictured, like, the horse, like, kicking the door open and running away. And then, you know, as I got older, I'm like, how can a horse run away and not it be on the news?
Right. When did
You
you
know-
start putting that together? At what age were you like?
Stupidly in high school.
We were like, wait a second. That would have been on the news.
I'm like in math class instead of paying attention. I'm like, hold on a second. I'm doing different math right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You're figuring out your life traumas.
Yeah, so I had a pony, 2 parakeets. I had my first ever childhood dog, Lola, R.I.P.
Aw.
She passed away a year or 2 ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Aw.
And then I had my aunt's dog for a little bit, Ozzy, for like the end of his life. I love Ozzy. So
What
he was
kinda
like
dogs?
a childhood dog for me.
Ozzy.
Lola was a Pomeranian and Ozzy was a pug. We can put some pictures.
Yeah.
They're so cute. And I have my kitty,
And your kitty's name is
Mr. Kitty.
Mr. Kitty.
Well, we call him. Well, he answers to Kitty. Okay, we call him Leon, which is Portuguese for lion.
Love it.
And his OG name is Sylvester. I did not choose it. I hate that name with a burning passion.
Why do you hate it?
It's ugly. It's an ugly ass name.
I mean, it is.
Sylvester.
It's very,
I think of
like,
Sylvester
vintage,
Stallone.
but it's like
No, I
in a-
think
in
of.
a w- I
I
don't know.
literally think of Sylvester Stallone, and I'm like, ew, that man is not cute. First of all, no offense,
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone.
That's true.
But I don't want to think of a man who has like the biggest chin ever, like the crimson chin. That's my cat's name. No.
Sylvester Stallone is trapped in the body of your cat.
It's not. No way.
Is your cat a boy or a girl?
Boy.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you never know.
I mean, he's a little flamboyant, but he's not a girl.
So that's it.
Also, insert photo of my kitty. Okay.
There's many. There are many
yes.
photos. Her cat has a whole Instagram
I don't know. Oh, my.
that you have not updated. The
Twitter took it
majestic
down.
fluff. Twitter?
Not Twitter. Instagram took it down.
Why?
Because they were asking me for the birthday, and I accidentally put in his birthday instead of mine.
Oh my god.
They're like, 2011? I don't think so. Get off of Instagram. And I'm like, no! Wait. So now I have to take a photo of my face and my driver's license to prove that I wasn't born in 2011. I'm like, I'm 25.
Oh my gosh. That's the kind of stuff I have to do for the job I'm doing right now as a social media manager, like very complex stuff. And you have to do it to get your cat's Instagram account back. Oh my gosh.
It's
Well,
just dumb. But I also grew up on a farm, so I had like
Yeah.
bunnies, chickens, pigeons, goats, sheep. I love goats. Goats were like my best friends when I was little. Could play around with them, especially when they were
so
babies.
cute. I love the goats have you been to Southwick's Zoo?
No.
Oh my gosh, they have a petting zoo and it's so cute. I love it there. They have so many goats. And they just like put their things on you. Their
The
legs,
hooves.
their hooves, their things.
Yeah.
And you feed them. Oh, insert video. It's a funny one.
Nom, nom.
Um.
So what about you?
Oh my gosh. Well, you've probably done the same thing, but like the fish thing.
Oh, I
Where you
also
go
had a fish
through
named
fish.
Comet. I had him for
There we
8
go.
years. He was a Chinese fighting fish. What is it? A beta fish?
Beta. I was gonna
Something
say
like
it sounds
that.
like a beta.
I don't know. That's what they would call it back then. And he was red, and yeah, I had him for 8 years. I don't know. Like,
8 years? You had a fish for 8 years?
Bro, we have a koi pond. Like, there's koi that we've had since I was little.
Yeah.
We
It's like
take
you
good
live in
care.
a Studio Ghibli movie. You got your like pretty koi pond in the back and your little farm, and you had a pony, and you got a big fluffy cat.
Meow.
Oh.
Can you talk to me like Gigi?
Is that from
Kiki's
Kiki's
Delivery,
Delivery
yeah.
Service? Sarah
That was
Seguin's
literally
favorite
like
one.
my favorite movie when I was a little kid.
That's Sarah Seguin's favorite,
Yeah, it's one of my faves.
I think. Yeah.
Shout out, Sarah.
Hello.
Yeah, so back to you.
Back to you.
Back
with
to
the
you.
weather. Yeah, I had, oh my gosh, I was so dramatic. I had a goldfish, and then I had that one died like after a month. I won it in a fair. And I was so devastated. And then I had a beta fish. It was
Beta.
dark purple. And that one died after a few months. I forgot which fish I did this for, but I was like so devastated. I wrote like a poem about its life and death.
What? Jesus.
I was a very emotional child.
Yeah, I can tell.
And
I mean, same, bestie.
Beat that out of me, and now I have no emotions.
Mood.
So, yeah, I had fish, and then I really, really wanted a pet, but my parents said, like, no cats or dogs because of, like, the cost and the maintenance or whatever.
It can be a lot.
Yeah, it could be a lot. So they were like something smaller. So I was looking into a chinchilla or
Oh, I've always
bunny.
wanted a chinchilla.
Right? Oh my gosh, I wanted one. So like I wanted a chinchilla, a bird, or a bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, you have to do all the research and basically like come up with a presentation and defend, you know, the animal of your choice. And I found out that chinchillas can be aggressive.
Bitch, I don't care. Give me the little fluff.
Oh my gosh. So
Give me the
it's like-
sand so he can roll around in it to clean himself. I want to cuddle with the fluffy fluff.
But like apparently they can get mean.
I don't care.
So you go to cuddle them and they're like,
Girl, my pony was mean. I can deal with a mean chinchilla.
I guess.
It's not all.
It's
There are
not
mean
all.
people, and I have to deal with them on
I
a
guess
daily.
That's fair. That's fair. But that turned me off as like a 13-year-old. I was like, no. And then a bunny. I don't know why I decided no to the bunny.
I would have said yes to the bunny.
I decided on bird.
I mean, the poop is kind of excessive sometimes, the bunnies.
Oh, maybe that's why I said nah.
Yeah.
But I still want a bunny.
But they look like little nuggets.
so cute and like fluffy.
They're really soft.
Are they actually cuddly though? Can you actually just like hold it, or is it gonna want to leap out? I feel like
It
it's
depends on
gonna wanna
like
leap.
their personality and like how they want to be held and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you have them since they're like a baby and you like get them used to you holding them a lot, then they're fine with it. They all have their own little personalities, which is
Okay.
cool. This is why
It's like
you
birds.
need to do research on animals and realize that animals are just like humans. We have feelings and emotions, and you shouldn't just abandon them once you get them after Easter and let them out into the wild.
Facts. I like how you said we have feelings, like you're also an
Parents.
animal,
We are mammals.
but like a pet bunny.
Yes, they are very smart.
It's like you said we, like I am part of them.
Yes, I am speaking for the bunny
On
community
behalf of all bunnies,
and all animals of the world.
you're like their union rep.
Bro, I get so heated about people mistreating animals. It's crazy.
I know.
So,
Did you see Don't F with Cats on Netflix?
No.
Oh, you gotta see it. You're gonna get angry. You're gonna get angry
I
and
don't know
sad.
if I wanna
But then
see
you're gonna
that.
feel like, yeah, like it's a great documentary.
No, I
You're
like
gonna
don't
love
know if I want to see that because I would stop watching it and try to find the location of anyone who's ever hurt an animal.
it ever.
I'm like, let's go, girls.
Well, no, that's why you would love it, because that's what it's about. It's about a Facebook group of people, strangers, who like banded together to try to find this person who's abusing cats. And I can't spoil the ending, but you know.
Yeah.
Meow. Oh yeah, so I chose bird, and then we
Borp.
got, and it's funny. I just like went.
I love your
through-
birds.
They're something. So I got
Oh, yeah,
first.
I also had a cockatiel named Sammy.
Oh really?
Yeah, and then she weirdly croaked. I don't know what happened, but
How?
I don't know. She sounded dead on the bottom of her cage.
Yeah. See, birds. I feel like everyone's got a bird story.
Same with hamsters. We're gonna talk about that later.
Same with hamsters. So I got a blue parakeet. Her name was Bella, and then to keep her company, we got a green
Bella,
one.
where the hell have you been, Loca? Sorry.
And then we got
I
a
forgot.
green one.
You've never watched Twilight before.
No, that's another one. Actually,
Uncultured.
Because I haven't watched Twilight. Okay. I'm going to watch Twilight with Sean, and we're going to turn it into a drinking game.
Oh, can I join?
Yeah.
Do that. That'd be so funny, bro. Those movies are so funny. They're whack.
If you look it up on Google, there are people have already like made stuff because I was like, oh, this would be great as
It's
a
like
drinking
Game
game.
of Thrones.
People have already done it, so we could just like steal some ideas from other people.
Can we watch the Red Wedding episode and then drink to each
every time
person?
someone dies? Go. Yeah, but
like,
we got
oh my
Beanie.
God.
And then we had 2 parakeets, and then we got a cockatiel for Christmas. I got it for Christmas. Her name was Cheeks.
That's
She was so
cute.
cute. I
love
loved
that name.
She was the best bird in the whole world. And one day, my parents and I were out at a fair, and my brother was home, and we have a screen door, and it was broken, so he opened it, and it slammed. Scared Cheeks, and Cheeks went flying out.
Alyssa's brother.
Alyssa's
Do you have
brother.
anything to say about that?
So
We're calling you out.
basically, he ruined our summer now.
Family drama.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Alyssa's still salty.
I'm still salty. Yeah, so we went looking for Cheeks like every single day of that summer for months until it started getting cold. We never found Cheeks, but I was on vacation with a friend, and we had put up posters with our phone number everywhere, and someone called me and was like, I think I found your bird. And I was like, what? You did? And he's, yeah, cockatiel with the mohawk and the 2 red cheeks, on either side of the head. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's our bird. That's our bird. And so I think it was like later that day or maybe the next day, the bird was still there in like some bamboo brush. And so me and my mom, maybe my dad too, we went there, and we had a small little cage, and we're looking through the bamboo, and we hear the squawk, and it's like, and we're like, oh my gosh, we found Cheeks. And we looked into this bamboo, and there's this bird that's not ours.
Like, who is this?
Ours is like very creamy white, yellowy body, and this one had like dark gray feathers. I'm like, who's this bitch just sitting there posing as my bird? You're not our bird. And as soon as it saw my mom, it flew right to her head and just stayed there.
Aw.
And we ended up with the bird, put it in quarantine, the vet, tried to find its owner, couldn't find it, and that is now our bird and has not left my mom's head since.
You can be a little bit of an ass, too.
Oh, he's so mean.
You know what?
He's the
I
meanest.
have a conspiracy theory.
What? Okay, tell me the
I
conspiracy
just popped
theory.
up in my brain just now.
Okay.
Okay, you lost a cockatiel.
Yeah.
And conveniently, a different cockatiel showed up.
Right.
Someone took your cockatiel and was like, oh, she's so sweet. I don't want this asshole anymore. Put them over there. That person who called
Probably.
you was the one who took your cockatiel and was like, I don't need this asshole. You take him.
And that's even funnier because it ended up being the family of one of my friends who I had to cut ties with freshman year.
They took your cockatiel!
She was the
They
sweetest.
took
hell.
Cheeks. They're like, we don't want
Jake.
this one. You take this one. But you know
Honestly,
what?
I don't blame
that
them.
one's really cute.
It is.
You missed out on a good bird.
It's
Maybe
true.
because you don't know how to take care of your pets.
Yeah. Now we're angry. But yeah, and I can see why
Big
he's
ol'
very
switcheroo.
aggressive. I mean, he was like, it's like Parent Trap or whatever, the twins.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, he
I can
probably
see
was
why.
aggressive in a way because they didn't know how to handle him.
And just surviving in the wild. I don't know
That
how
too.
long he was there, but when we first saw him, we actually saw him flying in the air, and then he landed in the bamboo, and he was being chased by a blue jay.
Oh, no. Blue jays
know
are
what I
so mean.
Yeah.
They're
It's
reckless.
great.
Like,
And they look pretty, and then
they're really pretty, but I'm like, I always look at them like, asshole.
You're like, I know what you're about. I see you.
You attack birds.
But yeah.
Innocence.
That's my sad bird story. But I guess it was kind of happy because we ended up with this guy. Oh, and his name is Bird.
Bird. What about your other bird?
Oh, and then so we got him, right? So then we had him, and like Bella died, the first bird, and then we had Beanie and this bird, and then we went to the pet store to get a gift card, and we ended up with another cockatiel that we fell in love with, and that one we call Birdie.
Bird and Birdie.
Bird and Birdie. Yeah, so then Beanie died, so now we just have the 2 cockatiels.
You've had them for a while.
Yeah, like since middle school.
Christ's sake. No, birds like last a long time if you take care of them well.
They do. They get a lot of love and exercise. They roam the
All
house.
my birds either died or flew away. Because they were very smart and they learned how to open the cage door.
Yeah.
And we had put the cages outside for fresh air.
Yeah.
And then
Oh no!
spirit bird flew away and literally turned into a spirit because I'm pretty sure that bird did not survive.
Because there's a parakeet.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, at least it had it got some freedom.
What a name for a bird.
Spirit bird.
He was an asshole though, so whatever.
He was?
He always wanted to bite me.
Oh yeah.
I was like, fine, whatever, you little bitch.
Do you want to hear another bird story?
I'm ready.
So, the one that we found in the bamboo flew away.
Wait,
Like, after
the
we
one
got
that you
it.
found in the bamboo.
Yeah.
Oh, your bird, right?
Our bird.
Bird. Okay.
Bird. So, bird, we were, average day, whatever. My mom, this is why in our household, we leave and enter the house, really quick. Like, we are, closing the screen door behind us and,
The
going in.
trauma.
And then, so one day, it was just my parents were taking a little bit longer, and my mom left the house, and Bird followed after her, because Bird and my mom are inseparable. And this bird flies after her. She steps down off the stoop, and so he's aiming for her head, and then her head's not there anymore.
Oh, no.
And so he freaks out and goes straight up into the air and does a loop. And my mom's going, oh, come back, Birdie. He does a loop, and then he does a bigger loop and a bigger one, and he's getting higher. And we're like, come back. Where are you going? Come back, down here. And then he flies over to the other street. So then we run to that street, and he's in a tree, and we're like, Birdie, come down. You can do it, come down. And he's not going. And then it flies across the main road, and we're like, no. So then we're looking, we don't find him. And then we go back to the house, and we're like kind of bummed out, like, okay, like we've been through this before, what should we do, blah blah blah. And my mom's like really upset.
That family takes your bird again. I'm kidding.
I know, right? They're just hoarding our birds. So, we're
Just
we're
our
upset.
plan. It's like a 5-year plan.
Seriously. I'm going to put a chip in it that tells it to fly away.
Oh, yeah, because,
All birds are government
Ronald
property.
Reagan changed it to the pigeons being spies.
Wait, tell me more about that.
I don't know. It's just a meme.
Okay. I know the meme, but I don't know, the history of the meme, But
Apparently, during the presidency of Ronald Reagan, he changed all of the birds to become spies. So they're actually robots.
oh my gosh, okay. So then my mom's upset, we were just kind of hanging out at the house. My dad was like, I can't just sit here. So he goes off looking, and he was like, he's so funny. He's like, God, we just need to find this bird because we've gone through too much already. And my mom's so sad, and my mom's she's not very expressive, so she was just kind of sitting there and not really talking to anybody. And I was like, oh, this sucks. And so my dad's praying as he's walking through this neighborhood, right?
The bird goes boink.
And that would be funny because he hates my dad with a burning passion.
Really?
Oh yeah. So then all of a sudden he hears the call, and he's thinking, am I just imagining that? And he goes towards it, and it's in this guy's backyard. He's hearing it, and he's getting closer, and he looks up at this big tree, and he can see him. He's like, oh my gosh, I found him. So then he knocks on the guy's door. He ends up being a Fairhaven selectman.
Oh.
Bob Espindola, shout out. So he knocks on the door, and he's like, you're probably going to think I'm crazy, but my pet bird is in your tree. And he was like, oh my gosh. So Bob got my dad like a ladder. He had his own bird cage from a former bird and like food, and he's trying to help my dad. And my dad calls me and he goes, as actually a voicemail, I didn't get it right away, but he was like, bring our other bird here so we can lure this one down. And that's what we did. And, showed up with our bird, and our bird starts screaming for him. And he can like hear it. And my mom's going in the ladder. She's getting higher and higher. She's like, come on, birdie, come on.
Land on my head.
Land on my head. And yeah, that's what he did. He landed on her head, and then she scooped him up and put him right in the cage, and that was that.
Gosh, birds can be so damn stressful sometimes.
Seriously. They can be so stressful.
They're so cute, though. I love them.
Yeah, I like them.
Once my cat ran away for a whole week.
Oh my gosh.
I was a mess. And I was
the cat that you have now.
Yeah.
I didn't
know
this.
My cat was my first ever cat. Like, he's my baby. And
Where did you get him?
So he was born on my farm. So he was born May 2011 or 2012. Mm-hmm. And I begged my family for me to keep him because I don't know why him and I connected like this. Like he wasn't really fond of humans like when he was a baby. But when he saw me, he'd run towards me and like rub himself all over my legs and like be all cute. And I'm like,
it's like my mom and our bird.
Like, I miss my cat as a kitten. He was like so cute. He was like the biggest one. He was like chunky and fluffy. And I like loved his little like kitten tummy because it was so round. And then I'm like, oh, you're so cute.
That's so cute.
But my family for some reason enjoys letting my cat go outside.
Okay.
And I'm very against it because he's always been skittish.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, why are you guys idiots? No offense, but I'm going to call you an idiot right now because it's idiotic what you do. You let a skittish cat, and he's going to hear a noise, and what do you think he's going to do? Run away. Run away. Someone was in the garage, and they had the cat in the garage, but they knew I was out, and they didn't tell me.
Okay.
So then I open the garage door and the cat runs out, and that's what happened.
Oh.
And then they blame me for it.
Oh, gosh.
How are you going to blame me for it when I didn't even know? And then suddenly I see my own cat run outside into the darkness, and I'm like, no, where are you going?
Oh, my gosh. And it's night.
Yeah, and I'm like, nah.
Was it cold? Was it summer, winter?
It was like spring, but it like rained that whole week.
Oh.
I was walking around everywhere knocking on people's doors.
Oh, that's so sad.
And like I had like his treat and like kitty, and I'm like shaking his treat bag, and we like even let our we put our litter box outside because it can like lure the cat back.
Yeah. But
we didn't see him for a whole week.
Oh,
and then
so
suddenly
sad.
we hear meow, meow, meow at our door, and we're like, what the? We open the door, the cat's like wet. He's like meow, and he like runs in. Bro took the biggest shit of his life. It was like he did not use the bathroom at all that whole week because he was terrified. But I'm like, kitty. I got a towel, and I'm like,
oh my gosh.
And I was like, I got a towel, like, made sure he was dry, and I brushed him because he had so much leaves all over him and dirt, and he's like super fluffy too.
Yeah.
So it like got all caught up.
Poor thing.
And yet again, here goes my family letting him outside, and they're like, he's traumatized. So when he runs to the door, and I'm like, no. Why do you let him outside?
They still let him outside?
Yes.
Oh. Well, maybe.
That's why when I say, when I move away, I'm taking my cat with me and you're never going to see him again.
Heard it here first.
I don't care.
Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like he should not be allowed outside. Because we used to do that.
It's like my family
with our
doesn't
birds.
learn whatsoever.
Because we used to do that with our birds. We'd put them in little travel cages and have them hang out with us outside in the summer.
Yeah,
and then we
did during the
learned
summer.
we don't want to get them comfortable with the outdoors because then they'll try to go out there and think it's okay. And then they fly away by accident, not knowing what they're doing.
Well, my birds were smart enough to open the door, so... And these doors were the ones that go up and down.
Yeah.
They went, duh, duh, and then they like went out and flew away.
Sometimes we find Bird outside of his cage when we come home. We're like, oh, great. Not supposed to be able to do that.
Little spy. But it makes me mad. It's like my family's never learned. You leave the dog unattended, she's going to cross the road, get hit by a car. It happened. She was in shock. She's fine. She literally lived a very long life.
Which one was that?
Lola.
Oh my god.
And I was like, and I was crying. I'm like,
Lola is a car crash survivor.
And she's like, she was in shock. It's fine.
Animal stories.
She
It's
literally-
so funny, dude.
She
so
lived
funny.
for like 16, 17 years. We're good. We're good. But
Tough cookie.
no, she is
Like
a tough
ate
cookie.
nails for breakfast.
No, like literally that was Lola.
I love it. Like tatted up, like
But-
salty spittoon.
Like, how tough are you? Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are you? I can open this ketchup bottle. Can't even open it. But that was like kind of my horror story.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost a rite of passage into like
You know
adulthood. Ozzy. Oh, the other dog.
My pug.
Yeah.
So he was originally my cousin's pug and my aunt's pug, Julie.
Okay.
But
Which cousin?
Matt and Monique.
Okay.
And so I used to sleep over their house a lot. And the night I slept over, the next day we were gonna bring him to the vet. So their neighbors at the time had 2 boxers, I think. They were doofs. Like, literally had 0 brain cells. It's actually really funny. But Ozzy had a feeling he knew he was going to the vet.
Okay.
And somehow
Animals
he,
are
like,
smart.
slipped away. And the boxers started running. And then Ozzy started running after them down the street. And this is during the fall. Every single time I think of it, it's so funny. When my aunt started running after it,
Oh my god.
she tripped in a pile of leaves.
Oh my.
So when she tripped, she went, boom. And all the leaves went, psh.
It's like a cartoon.
And it was so funny. But we got them. I was like, bro, what? Ozzy's running out? Like,
So Julie was chasing the boxer that was
No.
chasing. Oh,
the boxer started running, and Ozzy's like, I'm gonna
Ozzy-
run now. I'm like,
Oh.
bro, you're a straight up pug.
wow.
He's like, I want to be like them.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Julie's chasing the pug that's chasing the boxer.
It was so funny.
Oh my gosh. It's
We were
literally
all
like a
watching
cartoon.
and laughing. We weren't even helping.
How did just Ozzy just stop running?
She like caught onto the leash.
Ah, okay.
And then
okay.
he like stopped because he had his harness on and stuff.
Oh my gosh, dude. There's so
He
many
was a character
animals.
when he was little.
Yeah. Pugs are something else,
They're
man.
so funny. He lived a very long life too.
Oh, good.
I think,
Take
like,
care of him.
17, 18.
Your family would say it's because we let him outside.
Bro, yeah, we have to let him outside to go pee and poop. Not the cat. Cats' lifespan, if they're outdoor cats, is very short.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's so many cats in what place of the world is that? There's like videos where they just walk through the town and it's just
Oh,
Dozens of
it's an
cats.
island in Japan.
yeah. You're
I
probably
want to
right.
go there and live there.
Okay.
Specifically that cat island. Island.
Oh my gosh.
I like, come here, kitties.
Oh, that
I'm
would
like,
be
I'm gonna
really
lay down in the middle of the
cute.
road and all the cats are on top of me. I'm like, yes.
That's your heaven.
That is my heaven. I literally told my
I
grandparents,
think you should go there.
if I die and my heaven doesn't look like that, I am suing God.
That's a great quote. That is a great quote. Okay.
My grandpa literally started laughing at me and was looking at me like, what the heck's wrong with you?
What is
Are you
right
okay?
with you?
I'm like, excuse me, what's wrong with you? What does your heaven look like, huh?
Oh my gosh.
I'm specifically suing if my cat's not in heaven.
I was just
with
gonna say,
me.
do animals go to heaven?
Oh my gosh. If my grandpa was here, he would get into a whole thing about it.
What would he say? What would he say?
He's like, that's ridiculous. Animals aren't in heaven. And I'm like, the Pope said so.
The Pope said
He's like,
so.
he was just saying it because it was a 5-year-old. And I'm like, the Pope said it in public where everyone can hear.
Aw, I would like to believe so.
And I told him, I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
Because my cat's going to be in heaven with me.
I think so.
And all my other pets.
My dad
And maybe some
says-
people that I like.
Some. Maybe me. Possibly.
I don't want to be alone with animals forever. I need someone to talk to. Unless the animals can talk to me.
Well, it's heaven. I mean, things are possible.
I'd be like, that's your voice?
I know. I kind of
Like, what
freaked
the heck?
out.
He's
yeah,
like,
actually, maybe they shouldn't talk.
he's like, hola.
Hola, señor.
I'm like, why are you speaking Spanish? We don't speak Spanish to you. We spoke Portuguese in here.
It's like a random, like Slovakian.
I'm like, do I have subtitles?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I have a villain origin story.
Villain origin story.
Based on this story, I should be psychopathic.
Okay.
I'm not. Just letting you know.
I mean, I've known you for a long amount of time. I probably would have figured that one out a very long time ago.
Just saying, in case there was an inkling in your head that I was, and then you're like, oh yeah, that just proves that she is. But I swear I'm not. Okay? Okay.
Move on with the story. I believe you.
So, when I was little,
Whoa.
like not like a 3-year-old.
Did
but
you get
like
bit by
6.
something?
No.
Oh,
You would never be able to guess this story.
okay.
Maybe you will as I say it. Okay, so I used to be obsessed with snails.
What? Where is this gonna go?
And like so much so that I had this little like compartment system. It was like a circle and you could spin it and it was all different compartments where you could put like jewelry in it.
Yeah.
Some with like
Did
lids.
someone step on your favorite snail?
No.
Oh.
So I loved snails. I used to keep so many of them. I would put like dirt and grass in these compartments. It's supposed to be for jewelry. It's a girly thing. I put dirt and grass and worms in there and then like snails in there.
That's fine.
Because I wanted to keep them. And I learned
Like,
about what
they're
they
my
eat. And like, yeah, they were my pets. Because we didn't have any pets when I was little. So like that was my pet. And I would
take something from the wild
let me rip something out of the wild.
and
that
then get
belongs.
a snail infestation in your house.
That would be kind of cool. I loved frogs too. I used to like try to
Frogs
trap
are
them.
cool.
They're
I like.
so cool.
I always catch them.
I got
still.
like a little mini terrarium as a gift. I put one in there. I wasn't feeding it right though. I wasn't doing something right, so
turtles.
it got really slow.
Oh, girl,
And then
you basically slowly killed that thing.
Yeah, and I didn't realize. And then all of a sudden, I went to go show my friend one day, and my dad
He's
was like,
dead.
yeah, he's not in there anymore, or like he wasn't in there anymore." And I was like, "What happened?" And I asked my dad, and he goes, "Oh, well, I was gonna tell you eventually, but I let him out because he wasn't looking so hot." And then he like jumped away, and he was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's like, I'm free.
he's like, "Finally, psycho girl." So one day I just got curious, you know, and I had these snails and I had one of them and it was on my finger slithering around and I was like, I just want to see what would happen. And I put him on the ground and I stepped on him.
You were the one who stepped on him.
And then I lifted my foot and he was all crushed.
Oh no.
And I cried.
I would have cried too.
I was like, what did I do? I was like, I thought he might have been fine. I wanted to see. But, like, obviously,
I mean, we're
there's
all
a
curious
I
little
know.
scientists when we were little.
basically, it was
And then
a
we
science
learn-
experiment.
But you lost your favorite friend.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I killed him.
R.I.P. Snaily.
And this is why I'm Fire Nation if I was an Avatar the last time. I had this realization
You
recently.
have like the Azula mental breakdown. type
Literally.
thing.
Oh my gosh. I always thought I would be water. I just was obsessed with the water. But then I realized, no, I think I'm Fire Nation. Anyway.
I want
That's
to be
my
the Avatar.
What nation? You would be water, right? You said water.
Yeah, but I want to be the Avatar.
Well, okay.
Wait, I'll be born in the Water Nation, and I'll be the Avatar.
You'll be Korra, except better.
I love Korra.
She's so annoying, dude.
Anyways, we're gonna move on to some hamster stories before
Yay!
we close up this episode. 'Cause
Hamster stories.
I think they're kind of interesting. So I went on Reddit again, the good old Reddit.
Great way to start.
And I wrote, everyone has a hamster story. What's yours? And so I've gotten 14 replies.
Oh, wow. Okay, good.
First person, I haven't even seen a hamster in real life.
Wow.
And I'm like, thank you. I upvoted it because I was like, you're stupid, but okay, thank you.
Not even as a class pet?
No.
Class pets are a whole other
I
thing.
never had a class pet.
What? Those are the best.
This one's kind of messed up and really weird, and I think he was trolling, honestly.
Reddit is full of those.
I fed one to an 8-foot python that belonged to my then 14-year-old brother's 23-year-old girlfriend. In parentheses, the crazy witch thought the whole time that he was 18 and our parents could care less at the time. End parentheses.
What?
I was like, damn, that's a lot of...
That's like 1% hamster and 99% like family
drama. I was like, okay. We left a mother and with her babies to be fed by our neighbors while we went on vacation. When we came home, we were surprised to see a mom had pink newborns with our other furry newborns. The dad had been separated out after the babies were first born, so immaculate conception? ?
Oh my gosh. Mother Mary hamster. Oh my gosh.
The new Messiah is a hamster.
Great.
Finally, a place to tell this story. I have no story. I've never owned a hamster. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for the contribution.
This one's a little dark. I read this one. I woke up to it because I took a nap.
Okay.
Finally, something I can answer. My German teacher tells us about the time his friend and his sister both got hamsters for Christmas. However, their parents did not know the different kinds of hamsters do not get along. One day, the dude goes to check on his hamster only to find it dead. It was murdered by the other hamster. This is where it gets funny.
Funny?
He got so angry, he picked up the surviving hamster and threw it out the window.
Oh my gosh!
So by Boxing Day, there were 2 dead hamster corpses.
Oh my gosh! That's just survival of the fittest there, man. You gotta respect
like,
that hamster.
Yeet.
And then he yeeted him.
Damn, like, what the fuck?
He was just doing what nature intended. Yeah.
Anyways, I have several stories. The worst was the hamster who escaped and somehow found his way into the installation inside of our brand new dishwasher. Next time Mom ran the dishwasher, it killed the hamster. Never found his body despite taking the dang machine apart out in the yard. We smelled faint echoes of dead hamster for years. The poor little thing.
Faint echoes of dead
Oh
hamster.
my
That's the title for this episode.
What is it?
Faint echoes of dead hamster.
That'd be, oh my god. That sounds like a good album title. Oh, okay.
Oh.
My hamster's cage was on top of a bureau and he escaped from it one day, but couldn't jump down, so when I woke up, he was sleeping on top of his cage curled up in a ball.
Oh. Was he alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
This person wrote, mine's eating popcorn on piano.
What?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
I had quite a few hamsters throughout my childhood, so I have probably hundreds of hamster stories, but this one is the worst. Oh no.
Boy.
I had a weird friend, Brittany. Sorry, I had to laugh. I felt bad for her, so I invited her over sometimes, and she invited me over. I went over to her house less because her mom scared me.
Oh my gosh.
In parentheses, told us kids that tampons were the devil's fingers. You know, that type. End parentheses. Oh, she's one of those. Okay. Well, during a sleepover, we brought out one of my hamsters while we played Mario 64. I realized I hadn't seen the hamster in a while, and Brittany had him last. We asked her where he was. Oh no, I'm scared. Where is this going? But she's like, she wouldn't say a word. Then she started creepily giggling. Where is he, Brittany? No answer. She starts wiggling around and says, it tickles.
This is fake. All right, keep going.
Is he in your clothes? Where is he? And she keeps giggling until he crawls out of her pants. I was livid and took him away when I really wanted to run and vomit. He died in a few days. I'm not saying what happened causes death, but it felt that way. Fuck you, Brittany. What the heck is wrong with people?
Brittany.
Brittany.
Oh my gosh.
Cancel Brittany.
Cancel Brittany. Do not free Brittany.
Well, that Brittany, at least.
Right, I'm gonna get canceled. That's
Weirdo,
gonna get taken out of context.
Weirdo with hamsters. Well, never had one, but our daughter's teacher let her watch his while he was on vacation. Needless to say, she lost it. We tore the house apart but couldn't find it. Wife took her to the pet store and bought a new one that looked like the lost one. Not sure if the teacher ever figured it out or not.
Oh, so that's like a pet thing?
Yeah.
A class pet? Yeah. I figured that happens, you know?
Yeah, this one said, didn't happen to me, but my best friend just had a hamster that died like a day or two after she got it because it heard a fart or something. Smiley face. She couldn't even be upset because she didn't really get to know it, and it happened in one of the oddest ways possible.
It's just, like, what even are hamsters?
Your hamster...
Like, hamsters are not cut out for this world.
They're not supposed to be pets.
Oh my gosh. This is reminding me that my dad has a hamster horror story. Basically, it got out in the house and they couldn't find it until like it was like a month or two.
Was he alive?
And then he was behind the trash can. He was alive. He was really skinny.
Mans was surviving.
He was really skinny, but he was alive. And then they were like, yeah.
This one is not a story, but my old hamster named Herc would watch me while I slept. I'd turn on my flashlight from my bed to see what he's doing, and he'd be standing on his back two legs, just eyes darted right into my skull.
Oh my god.
Those beady red little eyes in the dark always made me think I was losing it.
Oh my god.
Imagine waking up to that. You're like, let me check out. Oh.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Long story short, my hamster escaped and got sucked up in the vacuum without being noticed. Found after hearing weird noises coming from the vacuum chamber after a day.
Oh my gosh. And then, was it alive?
I have no clue.
If they heard the noises, they probably opened the vacuum.
No, he probably was alive because he was making noises.
These things are like made of steel.
They're made of steel,
but
then
really
dies
not.
from a fart.
Yeah, that's what's weird about them. They're like made of steel, but then they hear a fart and die. Like,
it's so weird and interesting.
Don't people... Alright, I don't want to give anyone ideas, but I feel like I've seen this on internet forums where they like microwave a hamster.
What?
Have you heard of that?
No, that sounds like torture.
Yeah.
What the heck's wrong with humans?
I don't know.
I want to microwave their heads. Let's watch it blow up. Weirdos. Belong in a mental facility.
That would be deserved.
And I'll be the person taking care of you. I'll do everything you did to that hamster or the animal you abused. Be like, how do you like it?
Keep him in a cage. You can only move through like those colored tubes.
He has to live like a hamster the rest of his life. But he's like
water
an
bottle,
abused
like
hamster. Be like, we're taking away your water and your food now.
Yeah.
Imagine if we did that to humans. I don't think they would do things like that anymore.
Yeah.
To animals.
Yeah.
Or humans.
Yeah.
All my friends, yellow rider.
You know what's funny is nobody really owns a hamster as like an adult on their own. It's always like a kid thing. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, because adults are stupid enough to get it for their kids, not realizing that they're actually a lot of work to take care of.
But
and
it's
then
like, why
also
don't
a
they
lot
get it
of
for
people
themselves?
think their hamsters die when in reality some of them are hibernating.
What?
So I did see a story where
A live
hamster,
burial?
I did
Got
see a story.
kill billed?
Yeah, literally, I saw a story where a hamster was hibernating and they thought he died, and they just basically buried him alive.
Oh no.
That hamster's gonna haunt you forever. But this is our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
You always end it on a downbeat. Anyways, I hope your hamster haunts you forever. And that's our episode, everybody.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you guys next week.
And if you have any horror stories, we'd love to do a part 2 to this.
Or
because-
comment underneath our YouTube channel.
Yeah, just comment your own story,
Yeah.
pet stories, and
We'd like to hear it all. Or just any type of story, please.
yeah.
Literally DM us. I don't care. Just do whatever. Do whatever your heart desires, as long as it's appropriate. 'Cause I don't want to see anything disgusting. Hear anything gross.
Now people are gonna think to send us that because we
No! Don't send it. Please. I beg of you. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Rate us.
share with us.
Share with everyone you know. Even your grandma. She'll enjoy us.
No, maybe not.
She will enjoy us.
Okay, when I'm a grandma, I'm not gonna be uptight. I'm gonna be like, yeah, kids, let's go. I'm gonna be that funny grandma who's super chill, okay? Yeah, but you're rare. Acting like I'm gonna have kids, lol. I don't have cats. Why'd you have like 7 children? Hell no! Spend your entire youth talking about how much you All those kids are probably gonna be adopted. Nothing's coming out of my body. Good luck.
But there's still kids that you would take in.
I'll adopt, but I won't. Nothing. That whole situation that women have to go through, no thank you.
I think that hole is not going to be pushing anything.
No, I wasn't even thinking about that. Just, it's like, I can't wrap my head around it. Okay?
Right.
It's like an alien. It's some alien thing.
Right.
And I'm like, ew, get that away from me.
Yeah.
That
that's
looks
fair.
unnatural. Why can't men do it? Why do I have to do it? They literally just sit back and do nothing. Their whole lives.
That's
Why do we have to suffer?
They're supposed to just make the money.
We
and then
suffer
can
every
chill.
month. And then
That's not
they,
how you
and then pregnancy is another thing.
Pregnancy.
And then we have to pop out a
Labor.
baby. What the heck? Why do we have to suffer?
Thanks for
And
listening.
they still shit on us. I hate men. I'm kidding. No, I don't.
Additional
I
rant.
don't hate men. I don't hate men. I have a lot of good men in my life. Okay? I do.
I don't even.
I don't.
I do not. I do not.
There's a lot of people who know me. Like this one guy I made eye contact with on the highway, and he clearly didn't like it because I was asserting dominance, apparently. And he felt maybe a little taken aback because I was just going like this. And he threw his, like, soda bottle at my friend's car. He got in front of us and threw it.
Wow.
And I was like, I opened my window, and I'm like,
beta male.
tiny pee-pee!
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. You know what? Sarah Sutton does.
Go
I might
enjoy
cut-
yourself.
I might cut this out, but you know what Sarah Sutton does? She goes, instead of like hopping, she does 2 fingers.
that's actually funny. But the man was so triggered that I just stared at him. I'm like, well, maybe
You're
next
a
time
dummy.
don't drive up people's butts. I'm not gonna stare at you. You don't like it? That's not my issue. Sorry you're so ugly as a human being. Also, you probably don't. No bitches. No bitches.
No bitches.
I kind of was giving him that look of the no bitches look, but like, it's fine. Maybe that's why I got offended. You know what? Stop getting your panties in a twist. God forbid someone stares at you in the eyes. It's probably the first time anyone's ever done that for you. Touch grass.